What's up guys, ImKikoSuarez here, and today this video is to celebrate Karim, Le Dream, Benzema with his Ballon d'Or. I want to go over the whole ceremony. It happened yesterday. Disclaimer, I actually already recorded this video, but the fact that the audio wasn't as good, I didn't release it. I'm still gonna say the exact same things. Still gonna give my opinion. Still gonna be unscripted. But overall, when I was hearing it, a lot of people on my TikTok streams and Twitch were saying like, "Hey, bro, like, why is your microphone so echoey and everything?" I heard it back, and I understand what you guys meant. Hopefully, this is fixed. Hopefully, I'm recording this video and then I don't have to re-record it. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. I want to talk about all the trophies and everything. I'm gonna go from pretty much. I'm gonna go to the Twitter page right here, and I'm gonna attack every single one because I want to talk about it a lot. Now I'm gonna start with the women's one because I cannot give my input that much on it, but I do want to call out the two presentators, which it was Didier Drogba, and I don't know who the other beautiful woman was. She was very beautiful, very knowledgeable. No clue who she was, but Alexia Putellas from Spain for Barcelona, arguably the best. Well, not arguably. She's been the best football player when it comes down to women's for a long time, and she has got 2 Ballon d'Ors under her name now, and she's really good. She's dominating, but I didn't like one thing. Right here, you see the podium, Alexia, Beth, and Sam Kerr, which she's the cover of FIFA, so everyone should know who she is. This woman right here, again, I don't follow women's soccer. I don't want to follow women's football, so I don't really know of the existence of these people besides Alexia Putellas, Sam Kerr, and some of the United States women's team like Megan Rapinoe and stuff like that. The woman, the presentator, for some reason, I don't know why, Alexia Putellas, hey, congratulations on your thing, blah, blah, blah. The number 2 is in this room right now. Beth, congratulations for your trophy or for being number 2 on the podium. What? Why would you do that? Why would you attack a woman that was just sitting there? Of course, first of all, do the candidates know that they're gonna lose or win beforehand? Is that like why sometimes like Cristiano, Messi, and all of them, they just don't go because they know they're not gonna win? Because sometimes Ronaldo didn't go because of that reason, but sometimes it was actually because Juventus was playing on the next day and he was training, or like Messi, I think he didn't show up for one of them that he didn't win. So overall, do they know beforehand? Does FIFA, I'm assuming beforehand, they let them know, like in the Oscars, I assume Leonardo DiCaprio knew way beforehand to make sure he was going to show up. But then again, why call her out? Why? Just enjoy Alexia. Give her her time and everything. Don't bring her up when you don't have to. Just wanted to say that. I don't know if I was alone on that specific situation because it really bothered me. It really did. It really did. Now, let's go for the next one, which is, let's go with the goalkeepers. Why not? Why not? Goalkeepers. Thibaut Courtois won it. Absolutely deserved. I don't think there's an argument. If it wasn't because of Courtois, Courtois was just as, if not, no, I would say it was just as valuable as Benzema to get to the final, to do everything. Because if Courtois doesn't play the final the way that he plays, we don't win the Champions League. If Courtois doesn't save the Messi penalty against PSG, we don't go to the quarterfinals. If Courtois doesn't have the performances that he has in La Liga, we don't win La Liga. He and Benzema were our best players this year, which makes complete sense why he was voted the Trophy Shashin, the best goalkeeper in the world. Second, Alisson Becker, and Ederson third. It makes sense. One got to the final of the Champions League, won 2 trophies. The other one got to the semifinal and was 5 minutes away from being in the final, which at that point probably would have been a lot of different arguments at that point if Liverpool City would have been the final instead of Real Madrid Liverpool. But Alisson has been very important for Liverpool. If it wasn't because he got injured and Salah being poor at the beginning of the season, I think their current season will be way better. But overall, last season, I feel this is one of the few podiums that people will not disagree whatsoever. Let me know in the comments below if you do. I would really love to know if you actually disagree with it, why. Like, I'm assuming Courtois you wouldn't disagree with, but why? Like, who else will you put up top three, or why Ederson over Alisson or anything like that? The next one, this one was controversial by a lot of standards because one, here, I remember I recorded this and this comment still here. So, it's in Spanish, but we can all understand it. Games, goals, assists. Season of 21-22. 44 games, 7 goals, 14 assists. That's 21 goals involvements. 40 games, 8 goals, 6 assists. That's 14. 48 games, 2 goals, 5 assists. 7. So, why in the world is Gavi there? Like, I thought Camavinga was going to win it. I'm not going to lie. But then again, what is the metric? What are the metrics? What are people voting for? Are you voting for how influential you are? Which at that point, Camavinga, Bellingham should be the best ones, because Camavinga arguably is the reason we won against City and against PSG. And Bellingham is just an overall, arguably out of all three of them, the most complete and the one that has played the most. Boom. If it's about strike and like hitting the scene as crazy as it is, it will be Camavinga Musiala, because Camavinga, then again, I already said the argument for him, but Musiala basically kicking Müller or whoever was in the camp position at Bayern and just randomly starter as a 17, 18-year-old. But then what is the argument for Gavi? Honestly, what is the argument for Gavi? Was it because he's Spanish and he played for a poor Barca that wasn't winning anything? They didn't win anything, and the midfield was bad as is. So why? We're rewarding a 17-year-old just to be a starter over other bad players? Are we using the same argument or are they using the same argument that they used for Messi back in 2020? When in the 2021 season, when he won it over Lewandowski because he was more important in Barcelona, even though Barcelona just won the Copa del Rey? What was the argument here? What was legitimate the argument? I want to know. What was the reason? What was the logic? What was the way that you did some mental gymnastics to justify Gavi being at first? Pedri, 2 seasons ago, 100%. I have no argument whatsoever. Pedri was the best youngster in the world. Like, he hit the scene and he was by far one of the best youngsters. I don't think there was an argument about it. But what about this? How does this make sense? Legitimate, how does this make sense? Where's people saying where's Saka? Saka should not belong in this conversation because I think he's already too old. Now we move to. Is there any other trophy that I want to tag before I talk about the Ballon d'Or? There's one. There is one. Now I remember one thing that I need to. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I know. Oh, they deleted it? I think they deleted it. Let's see right here. No. You. I know you guys posted it. I know this team, this freaking joke of a club. This right here. What a night. Our highlight reel from Ballon D'Or Ceremony as we scooped the Club of the Year award. How? A lot of people are telling me because of the women's side. It makes no sense if that's the argument, because the women's side did not win the Champions League. They lost against Madrid, by the way. The Real Madrid side beat Manchester City side on the women's side. Then third Super League and the winner of the League Cup. They won the Carabao Cup. Is that it? Is that really it? It's just because they won the Carabao Cup on the women's side, and they won one trophy on the men's side. And what other reason? How do you justify Manchester City at first, Liverpool at second, and third place Real Madrid? The La Liga winner, Super Cup of Spain winner, Super Cup of Europe winner, even though that doesn't count for this argument, so I'm not going to include it. The Champions League winner, La Liga winner, and the Super Cup of the Spain, which does count because it was last season winner, also beat Manchester City on both women's and men's, and beat Liverpool, who was above them, and had Modric, Vinicius, Courtois and Benzema, the Ballon d'Or winner, as nominees. I heard somewhere that it was because freaking City had 5 men's on nominees and one woman, like right here, the Cancelo, De Bruyne, Foden, Mata, Silva, and whatever who that was. He said bronze, so I'm assuming that's her last name. It's because of that. If that's the case, that's dumb because that doesn't make you the best club. That just means you have a very good high quality amount of players, but that's not your club. That's just 6 players of what, around 60 players between 30 on the men's side and 30 on the women's side. What was the reason? What was the reason? I want to know. Was it the money made? Was it youth? Is youth is not even part of the video. So what was it? Because if you want to come about like the overall club, then you also gotta come about like the other instances and other projects that we have. And Real Madrid won the freaking La Liga and went to the final of the Euro League in basketball. So again, what is it? What is it? I could go about this for hours because I could debate myself. I'm trying to justify it in my head, just like, okay, maybe they did this mistake, maybe they did that, maybe they just got it wrong over here and they did this over here. I don't know. I'm let's see. Meanwhile, right here, and then the big one, bro. This was. Before I talk about the rankings, this was emotional. This was really emotional because Benzema, for the first time in a long time, it wasn't about, oh, you're in the Ronaldo camp, you're in the Messi camp. Oh, Madrid just stole it from Ronaldo. Or this was a travesty, Lewandowski should have won it. This is the first time that everyone just knew he was the best player of last season. There's not if and buts about it. He helped his team the most. He won it this way. He performed when it mattered. Here's your trophy. When's the last time we could say that? When's the last time that everyone, every fan bases, every club, everything just like knew? They're just like, hey, you know what? Like, it's not about rivalry. It's not about anything. It's legitimate. Like, he won. When's the last time you could say that? 2007? Maybe before the Ronaldo Messi era started. Maybe Kaká. Yeah, Kaká 2007 before the 2008 Ballon d'Or by Ronaldo and the 2009 Messi Ballon d'Or. Was that it? Well, I think that was it. I think Kaká just had the argument. They won the Champions League with Liverpool. Did they? I think they did. They won the Champions League with Liverpool. With Milan, sorry. He was the best player there. Paolo Maldini was still there. Yeah, I think that's about it. That has to be the last time that someone was like, wow. Yeah, like, there's no argument. Like, you were the best player in the world. And Benzema was the best player in the world. Now, if we want to be serious about this, how is Mane number 2? I don't know. By the way, Mane won the what's it called? The Good Heart Award, the one that it's more about like the game, like how you use your money, how you help the people and everything. Mane might be the best person as a footballer to ever become a footballer because, bro, he's helping Ghana and African countries, Ghana, freaking Senegal, and also Ghana, because I think he's helping the whole of Africa, but Senegal the most. And, bro, he's making hospitals, he's making stadiums, he's making schools. It's insane. But overall, freaking Benzema at 1, Mane at 2nd, De Bruyne at 3, and Lewandowski 4. Lewandowski won the Striker of the Year, which was the trophy that he won last year to make up for the Ballon d'Or. And a lot of people were going crazy about the fact, just like, why is there no Striker of the Year award this year? Like, what happened to you? Did you really just made it up for 1 year to make up for Messi for him not winning against Messi? Turns out that they just changed the name and they didn't tell anybody. It's called the Gerd Muller Award. Now, based on the Gerd Muller, one of the arguably the best scorer of the ball in individual seasons before Messi outscored his record of 91 goals. And Lewandowski won it back-to-back. Fully deserved. When it comes down to putting the ball in the net, Lewandowski's still there. And then again, Drogba and the woman, they started saying, Lewandowski's celebrating. He's giving a speech and everything. They're like, hey, like, next year, you're pretty much done for, though, because there's this guy in England, in Manchester City, Haaland. And Lewandowski's like, no, we still have a full season. Like, bro, why bring it up? Again, like, let the people enjoy it. But overall, Salah 5, Mbappe at 6, which I find extremely disrespectful. I don't like Mbappe. Everyone knows that since he did what he did to Real Madrid. But still, I know how good he was last season. He has a bigger argument for being number 2 than Mane. If we're arguing just like individual performances. Then Courtois at 7, also disrespectful. Vinicius, Modric, 8 and 9, also disrespectful. Haaland at 10 makes sense and doesn't make sense. Because Haaland was really good last season, but he was injured a lot. So what was it like? I don't even think Dortmund won a trophy, and if they did, I'm sorry, maybe they won the DFK Pokal and I'm forgetting about it. But he scored a lot, but like nothing compared to like this season. Not that I remember. He was injured for a lot of time, so I don't remember any performances or anything that makes me think that, oh yeah, Haaland was the 10th best player in the world. If I was to rearrange this, obviously I said everyone knew Benzema was gonna win it, so Benzema will stay the same. I would say Benzema, Mbappe, Courtois, De Bruyne, Lewandowski, Salah, Mane. No. Modric, Mane, Vinicius, Salah, Haaland. That will be my order right there. Because I don't feel Salah started very strong the season and then fell off a cliff after Egypt didn't qualify to the World Cup. And guess who eliminated them? Mane in Senegal. And what happened? Mane became the so-called the best player in, or the most important player in Liverpool. So this is why I always say, and this happens a lot in the NBA, that if you have 2 players that could be the MVP, you don't do anything for your individual case. You're probably gonna win awards, which almost happened. They almost won 3 trophies. But when it comes down to the individual awards, you take votes from each other. Because if Mane had been the main guy and they have won the same things, you could probably make a bigger argument for Mane being a second. Same thing with Salah. If Salah was there by himself and they did the exact same thing, but Mane wasn't there, then Salah would have way more votes, because it's all about narratives. And also, one thing to keep in mind, because a lot of people could say like, oh, like the numbers show this, and if Benzema won it this season, then on these past seasons it should have been this guy. It's all about narrative. This is not about who was the best player in the world. It's about who was the best player in the world when it mattered, or who was the best player in the world in this story. Because if you remember, in 2018, when Modric won it, Messi wasn't even part of the top 5. There's a reason for it. You can be the best player individually, but if you don't win anything, still. And just to check right here, let me pull it up. Messi 2000. I'm assuming that will be the 2017-18 season. Actually, let's just bring Barcelona. Barcelona 2017-18 season, right? And then 2017-18. I just want to make sure that this one's it. No, it's the 2000. This one right here. So for the 2018 and 17, or the 2017-18, which will be rewarded for the 2018 Ballon d'Or, as we know. We know Modric ended up winning it. Cristiano was second, who had a monster year, by the way. Who had a monster year. And a lot of people I've seen, they're just like, oh, if you supported Benzema winning this Ballon d'Or, then you're a hypocrite if you don't think Cristiano should have won it last year. Bro, look at the point differential. And also, just because you believe Modric still a rightful winner doesn't mean that you don't think Cristiano didn't have an argument. It's like one thing can be true, or 2 things can be true without disproving the last one, right? And Messi right here, 280, right? Freaking 5th place, behind Kylian Mbappe and Antoine Griezmann, who both of them won a World Cup. Crazy, I know. Now, if we go here, right? 2017-18 season. Copa del Rey, winners. La Liga, first. Supercopa, runners-up. Champions League, quarterfinals. I wonder what happened there. Is that... Why does it look like this? Is that the... Right here. Supercopa de España, they lost against Real Madrid. And... they won the final against Barcelona, against Sevilla. I'll give them that. But then this happened, the dismantling of, or the crumble of Barcelona against Roma. And you guys remember what I said? It's all about a narrative. All about narrative. So, you lose the Champions League. The La Liga I'm pretty sure it was decided by like a point. Let's see. I just want to see the table. Where's the table at? Right here. Oh, damn. They won it by a lot. That's actually crazy. Who was in the team that year? Probably Suarez, Neymar, and... Where are we at? Cristiano was behind by 8 goals in the league. Where's the... Is this La Liga? Oh, that's why. Squad. Players. ¿Qué pedos? So here on the team, you can see he had the Suarez, Messi, and this is what, the year... Oh, this is the year after Neymar left. So when it comes down to the dominance, they won La Liga, they won the Copa del Rey, they lost the Supercopa against Real Madrid, and the Champions League, which is what I always say. If you want to prove yourself, you got to win the Champions League. If you want to have one of the biggest arguments to win something, you got to win the Champions League. It's either that or the World Cup. And when it comes down to numbers, if La Liga, your league, you win your league, right? Then you win your FA Cup comparison for my Prem fans. Would you really think that De Bruyne has a shout at the Premier League, at the Ballon d'Or? If you guys win your FA Cup, you win your league, and then go out on the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and then don't win your Super Cup equivalent? Or don't go too far. Mane with let's go with recent ideas. If Mane only won the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, came second on La Liga, and lost the Champions League, do you think that merits more than someone that won a Champions League, which is the one that everyone competes for, and then the Super Cup of Spain and their league? It really all comes down to narratives. So if Messi in that year was the best player at Barcelona, but won just the league, won the Copa del Rey against Sevilla, and then loses in the quarterfinals on a despicable way, again, narrative, and then he doesn't perform in the World Cup, everyone's just gonna like, yeah, you did good, but like, what did it really amount to? Like, you didn't do anything in the World Cup, even though he was great. I'm not slandering him. It's just like, you didn't do great. Meanwhile, Modric won the Champions League, and Cristiano won the Champions League as well in Real Madrid. They both were good, but when it comes down to when it can't count it, and everyone had another specific role, Modric took a team that wasn't supposed to make it there. You see what I'm saying? Obviously, the more you think about it, the more outrageous it gets that Messi was here and not like fourth. Like, looking at the numbers and everything in my mind, it is disrespectful that he was fifth. I don't think he gets over Griezmann because Griezmann was the man in that France team and Kylian Mbappe was his breakout year. But I wouldn't feel bad if you say, okay, Messi goes over Mbappe. I don't think he breaks the top 3 though. But that's me. That's me for that specific year. But overall, yeah, I'm just happy for Benzema. I'm happy for everything. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new here. And I'll see you next time. Peace.